Good morning, good day, good afternoon, no matter where you are in the universe. I love you. I'm sending you a big virtual hug and wrapped up in a big bow of love and light and unicorn kisses and yeah, sunshine. I'm really happy today. I've been very busy at work. I'm here to tell you that finally I started a chart channel on Telegram. So it's the channel handle is, and I'm only posting charts or video links on YouTube that I've done of charts. So hopefully you can find what you're looking for in there. And yeah, so it's going to take a while. I posted 56 pictures already this morning off of a stick that Holly Allen helped me not only take the pictures, but load up on the stick and put in order, somewhat chronological order for you. So that's how I'm trying to put them in there so it kind of makes sense for people. So it might jump back a couple of times, but good morning. Good morning. I don't understand Telegram. It's confusing. So I'm here to give you a little tutorial on how I get through Telegram because it's pretty confusing at first. So Telegram looks like Facebook Messenger, okay? Number one. So when you pop on the little arrow here, see, there's my baby picture again. What's up, guys? What's up? Anyways, when you pop on this little arrow here, you're gonna get a feed like this, okay? Now, there's all the things that I have in there, all the um, channels that I follow. So, for example, this Q Patriots one is freaking so busy. I woke up this morning, there was 1,178 texts in there from last night. I'm like, mute, join groups, and mute them instantaneously. Even my channel, there's 11,000 posts on there. So, today, what I did on I have now three things on Telegram. So the reason why I've split them up into three things is one, / Raven Moonstone Art, this this channel here, and they're all the similar pictures. So it's /t.me / Raven Moonstone Art. That has 3,046 subscribers on it only, which is not very many. Okay. So what you I'm doing with this is a public channel. You can't comment on it. Okay? So then I created a group chat. And the group chat says Raven Moonstone group chat. And there's 772 members. Let's see who's the 777th. There's a little thing for you guys all. And it says 200 people are online. So that one is for everybody to share information with. Okay, everybody that's in resonance with what's going on here, please keep the negativity out of there. That's not what this is for. Okay, this is not the sky is falling group. This is like, let's post what's in our area, factual that we've actually seen or recorded with our phones that we need to share with the rest of the world. This is for things that you haven't seen on my Telegram channel. And this is things that you want other people in the group to see, okay? Other truthers. So there's 770, um, uh, 772 people in that group right now. So why I'm saying that is keep it nice and clean and succinct. I don't like nobody needs to wake up to 500 messages the next day of thumbs up or this is cool or that's awesome. Let's just keep it concise as to if you have something contradictory to whatever you've seen, please post that. I do believe in sharing that kind of information, but it is a CW free channel and no religious stuff in there because not everyone shares the same religion or views on that. So we just try and keep that out of it. Basically, good versus evil in there. That's it. So that group handle is t.me redpillraven.com, all spelled out in one word like this, like that. Hopefully that focuses. businesses. So that's the group chat. All right. Now, the third group that I created, or the third channel that I created today, is only, and I repeat, only for my charts. It says Raven Moonstone Arts in the title. And the handle on that, again, it's just a public channel. T.me Raven Moonstone Charts. Okay, Raven Moonstone Charts. Got that? So that is a public channel. There's 16 subscribers on there now. Okay, 16. And these, again, this channel specifically is literally just full of what I've written out on pieces of paper or tried to share to connect the dots. Okay. So that's what that channel is for. And I will post chart videos from YouTube on there. All right. I did start a UGE tube channel. And that one I've posted the video that got taken down off of this channel, YouTube. And that's Raven Moonstone Art. Okay. So Raven Moonstone Art, I've tried to keep that going everywhere. And you'll see my red dress picture. I've tried to keep the logo similar with it all. Now, thank you. I'm just going to give a shout out to 2 anonymous donors. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. My PayPal is now hooked up and I've been receiving gifts, which I'm completely grateful for. I'm not expecting anything. I think expectations are ridiculous, but where is that? You got money. There it is. So I would like to give a thank out to Tracy Harney, who sent me money too. So I really do appreciate it. People have been asking me for over a year for somewhere they can gift me financial stuff, and PayPal's worldwide. I hooked it up to an account, and this is good information for you to know too. Hook it up to an account where you're not going to keep any money in there or use it to pay bills or anything like that. Or if you get money in there, take your money out of there if that's your only account. So I'm just monitoring it very severely. Now, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Andrea. But, oh, you're cute, Andrea. Yeah, sorry I called you so late last night. I was going to ask you for your opinion on something, but so I got up this morning and I thought, oh, I have a lot of energy, and I think the Schumann is supposed to go right through the roof today. That's what I've heard. So if you're feeling all, my white fish has been like zenning out. It's like, and it's not floating on top, but it's like, where it's just not moving anything, like it's just sleeping. And it'll do that now for long periods of time, like it's in some sort of zone. And my orange fish, the big one, Elvis, he was like under my filter the other day and he was staring at the salt lamp doing the same thing. I was like, woo, totally funny. So, yeah, you felt the kick in midday yesterday. Oh yeah, yesterday was gonna paint last night and I was like, I fell asleep at 4 o'clock or something, 4:30. That's why I phoned you late. And I I woke up at like 7 or 7:30, and this morning I got up at the same time I get up every morning. It's just really irritating. It wasn't even garbage day. So thank you. I love you guys all. So I'm really appreciative and grateful to everyone who's been gifting me things along the way. It is very meaningful, and I am learning to receive. Okay, where I'm a giver. No, guys, don't take that the wrong way. I am a giver though. I am a giving person. I've always been what I don't need give away because I don't, whatever. And knowledge, I think that's why I've irritated people my whole life, is because if I've known some truth, I'm like, well, wait a second. I read blah 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 blah. And I'm always trying to, you know, uh put things into place. So these charts, and being in resonance with you in the last year has been amazing. Like, I'm very, very grateful for this last year of learning and being able to share my knowledge with whatever is rattling around up there to connect the dots, and that you're grateful for it. So I'm very, like, this is honestly, if I could have created a job for myself, obviously I'm doing what I love. And it's because I have awesome people to hang out with and connect with. So I'm going to give a shout out again to Holly Allen, because she's the one who took all of these pictures of these charts that I'm going to be posting. And she's coming over to get new charts, these older one, the newer ones that I've done, and then put them onto a memory stick. So nothing is lost ever. And it's so much work. She even brought the thing back with a little dolly, and she put it in a big cardboard box. And guess what letters on the box? Yeah, you got it. Q. Q06. Yeah, it's born on the 6th. You're welcome. So I just love how everybody is coming together to help everybody out. And that's what that group chat is for, to help each other out. I know people get down from time to time, but try and understand or understand that that group is there as a much of a support group, to acknowledge the fact that we're all riding these same waves together and have an understanding that things are going to get better. So, and by the way, if you're anti TRUMP, get the heck out of that group. So, we've had a few problems with not necessarily people posting that, but um, maybe triggering some other people. So, try and keep the comments very positive, because I'm literally so jacked up in positivity that, no offense, I don't want anything negative to drag my group down. That's how I feel about it. So we're all in this together to keep the vibes high. So let's try and keep it up there with you. We are all meant to come together. I know, come together. So this morning I don't normally get up and read a card. And I want to read you the card that I got today. I was like, oh, how convenient, because that's pretty much what I was planning all day today. So I got the Bard, and the Bard is about music, poetry, myth, history, and the enchantment of storytelling. This card represents music, storytelling, and the passing of truths, mystery, and legends from generation to generations through the spoken word or song. In ancient Avalon, the traditions and stories of the people were gathered on the leaves that served as letters in the living alphabet, and they were tended in vast, long houses. Here, the druids and priestesses came to read and weave the stories of magic and the sacred relationship to the god, goddess, and the mystery. Those schooled in the art of music and storytelling were given the task of informing their world and keeping the stories of their culture alive. They were given the name of Bard. When the Bard appears, you're asked to seek answers in your personal history, go back into your own story, and find the threads of the patterns in your reality. Trace their length to the present. Perhaps you'll be surprised by how much of your past or that your ancestors still weaves in its influence on you today. So I want to tell you, I had a dream about my mom last night, and another person I won't mention, but it's a person that I have loved very deeply, but never had a relationship with, other than knowing this person for 30 years. I haven't dreamt of him for a very long time. And it was I'm telling you, it was like, is this of things to come? Or is this of my 5D relationship? Is this who I'm supposed to be with? It was weird, because this person and I have professed our love to each other at one point when we were both single. But I haven't thought about this person for years in that way. So this dream, it was almost like my mom was there kind of helping me out. So it was very strange dream last night. But it wasn't a sexual dream with this dude. It was, I'll explain it. It was almost like we were somewhere like in an open area, I want to say, that looked like a train station. And we hugged and embraced. And he's quite a tall person. And he picked me up and like spun me around, and it was like this, woo, like, when you're a kid and your parents would have grabbed your arms, but it wasn't. He was like hugging me, but I could feel my legs going straight outwards. And I was in this total bliss of a hug. It was really beautiful. But my mom was in this dream, and there we were back at the old trailer, but in the trailer where we used to live by the lake. She was back in the bedroom, and the bedrooms now, my youngest son was in my bedroom, and I was in my sister's bedroom. It was really bizarre, but we were all in the same Airbnb, which was our old trailer on the lake. It was very interesting what kind of dreams I'm having now. But I woke up feeling like I'm just going to finish reading the rest of this. Um, when the bard appears, he asks you to retrieve the stories woven in past. Perhaps you need to learn about the history of someone or something important to your inquiry. The seeds of the future are always hidden in the soil of the past. It's time to dig a little to find the clarity you need. Don't be afraid to learn the patterns of history. The only way to honor them or to change them is to know them. Perhaps it's time to listen to music and allow yourself to be carried into the land of memory and listen for its messages as the strings of your soul are strummed by the hand of the divine. Remember that the bard appears to help you stay in tune with all that is. You are music, and your story is sung in the heavens. Woo! I love it. Bud and I met over 40 years ago, but we're about to enjoy. Oh, Vicky, that's a great. You might be in for a surprise. Oh, I hope so. I'm telling you. Out of all the people that I've had the dream about this person the most in my life. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, the most, without question. And it's actually kind of emotional when I think about all the dreams, because this person at one point in the dreams, at the last time we started talking, he was wearing a big Eskimo hat where he doesn't live where there's Eskimo wear, and he had pulled this thing really tight, so it was kind of like a Kenny toque or hat on his face, so you couldn't see it. And then we stopped talking after that, and it was weird because I was like, so maybe the dream is telling. Who knows? Get in touch with him. Oh, you guys would just die. Honestly, you guys would die 1,000 deaths if you knew the story. It is literally one of those stories. It's all I gotta say. I respect this person. A very hard worker, probably one of the funniest people I've ever met or had a like conversation with, one of the deepest friendships I've had. But yeah, it's just really strange. I probably had I'm gonna say probably 20 to 30 dreams about him, but I've never had a dream with him and my mom in the same dreams. It was weird. And last night I remembered more about my dreams this morning than I have in ages. Like, it's been amazing. So, yeah. Dreams do come true. I was like, maybe this is my way of wondering if that's like I was gonna make a Kermit meme this morning. And I'm like, me waiting for my 3D love. And then I'm like, well, maybe that's what the dream was about. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go for a walk and surrender him to love. Like, I do love that person very deeply. Yeah, he's an amazing human being and funny as and I'm not even gonna lie, probably one of the best looking people I've ever known. Yeah. It's a long story. It's very yeah. Maybe that's mom's approval. Oh, I know my mom approved of this person without a question. I think my mom and I actually talked about this person. And I can't say more than that without giving away who this person is, because he's in my close circle of people. Uh, Raven, Bud is a comedian and cared for me back then. We were best friends. Go for it. Oh, I love all these romantic stories. Boop, boop, boop. So I had a dream about Trump walking into Congress with the military arrest done and him explaining to the masses what's been going on. Boop. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love you guys. So I'm gonna do a nice little. I'm in such high vibes, you guys. I haven't. I'm going for a walk with my son at some point. Gonna have some more coffee. Had my first dream in years. I've forgotten it now. Keep getting flashes about a cloak or a coat. That's interesting. How is it being portrayed? As somebody covering up something? Ooh, that's a busy card right there, whatever this is. So let's place ourselves in our highest of vibrations. Not that I'm not already. Ooh, that's a busy one too. So there you go. Yes, write them down. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. You guys are just so cool. You guys know you're cool, right? So, any guesses on the cards today? You remember Thursday I told you how grateful I was I found you? Yes, I do remember. I'm grateful that I found all of you guys. It's like, oh my, got some hair problems. I brushed my hair this today for the first time, but I think I'm gonna cut my bangs again short. I've got some really weird cowlicks. So 3 days now, absolutely no face pain. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy for you, Gretch. Oh, that's awesome. Owl, not sure if this one exists. I don't know if there's an owl on here, to be honest. Okay. So, yes, we do know High Priestess. Oh, Carolyn, I got that card yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. So, okay. Ooh, oh my God, you guys. That's the first one. I said, this is so busy. That's what I just read. Oh, there you go, Carolyn. High Priestess is right. So look at that, you guys. If this isn't, I'm just like, I got goosebumps everywhere because this is the very first card we pulled of the year. You know that, the High Priestess, and it comes up all about discernment, prescience, prophecy, vision. And so here we go. Because I just read you the Bard, I'm not going to read it again. So rewind it if you really needed to hear that twice. The High Priestess, intuition, prescient sight, higher knowledge, receptivity, the ability to work with subtle energies of spirit, and the psychic power of the feminine. These are the aspects of the High Priestess of Avalon. When the High Priestess appears before you, she asks you to trust your intuition and throw the net of your awareness into the world around you, pulling truths that it may defy your intellect, rational mind, or what others wish to falsely or superficially portray. Go beyond the ordinary, past the chaos of modern life, and trust your inner vision to guide you on your path. Pay attention to your dreams and keep track of your intuitive hunches. For when the high priestess appears, she asks you to look for the thread of truth in these places. Be discerning in all that you do in this time, for the high priestess reminds you that it is not all as it seems to be. However, don't take this world personally. Rise above it and ask for a true vision to see the path ahead. You will be given this vision. All you need to do is ask God, Goddess, and be open to receiving it. The high priestess reminds you of the feminine principle of receptivity, gathering power by receiving information and waiting for others to act first. Allow the world to show you its intention. The goddess blesses and protects you when the high priestess of Avalon appears on your path. Woo! No coincidences. Boom, 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 boom. This is like, seriously, I just love every day. I love waking up every day. If people aren't attention to your dreams, right? So if people aren't, I feel bad for people who aren't with us. I feel bad for people who aren't getting what we're getting. Must be a sad, sad, scary world out there. This is so amazing. It's so amazing to me, and I just love it. You need to talk to you. I need to talk to you and tell you why I needed to hear that just now. Aw, send me an email at ravenmoonstone@outlook.com. So that's my where I can answer emails and stuff. Now I will tell you again, my PayPal connection is ravenmoonstoneart@protonmail.com. So I'm only using my Proton Mail. Don't send me stuff there as a security um, thing for that. So ravenmoonstone@outlook.com is my connection for peeps, so I can email back and forth. Even my son sent me an email picture to a Gmail account, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know where that account is. So I had to look it for through it. So yes, so send me that. And yeah, Carolyn, are you psychotic? I mean, you guys are funny. So yes, please give the thumbs up and share. Yeah, it depends who you ask. See, look at all of our group has got the same dark, weird personality of jokes. I was just sitting here laughing at, honestly, Weekend at Bernie memes are my favorite. I think I posted like 30 in Telegram this morning because I was fucking snort laughing. Somebody actually knitted a Bernie Sanders with the mittens. So funny. Yeah, so funny. So let's see some good old Bernie. I mean, we all need a giggle, don't we? How can we not? And I posted a lot of old things from my old phone. So you're going to see, I tried to group them together too so that they would be easy to share. And there is repeats of stuff in there. But again, it's just so you don't have to scroll through the whole freaking feed to find all this shit. Okay. So there are some from the DUMBSs. I took pictures from a couple of movies. Okay, where are those Bernie Sanders ones? And I were posting at the same time today. Oh man, I was just peeing myself laughing this morning. I'll just go and get them out of my freaking. See, I've got to empty my gallery now because I have way too many pictures in my Telegram. Yeah. So here's my favorite little. Yeah, the Beatles cover is one of mine. There's the knitted one. That one's hilarious. Uh, this is another one of my favorites because it was one of my favorite movies. Is The Breakfast Club. Oh, just snort laughing. The dude. Oh, just honestly, just fucking hysterical. Um, this one was I sent some of them to my sons too, um, because he was my youngest son sent me some stuff on Facebook last night. Oh yeah, that's where I get some of mine is from David Avocado. Is he's hilarious. Like even I met him about a month and a half ago at this healing retreat. And actually what we got started talking about is memes. And we were talking about how we followed each other on Facebook for a while because of our memes. Like this is before the all this stuff happened. And he's like, yeah, I know your memes. And I'm like, oh, I know your memes too. So it's just funny that we even memes and bagpipe spice, Julie in Scotland, her and I have been friends for about 4 or 5 years on Facebook because of memes. Memes are the glue of information that keeps us all going, as far as I'm concerned. So, whipping out the lounge chair is best. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I just so funny. So funny. Oh, yeah, I'll show you. Just not that I'm a name dropper, but I was trying to do an interview with David and I just still haven't gotten around to doing a Zoom call or however setting things up. But I was cleaning out my pictures today. Oops, and my camera. And so I came across the picture of us from that. I'll tell you when it was. And I have some tree hugging pictures in here too. There was, when did I meet him? On November 22nd. Oh, I didn't know this. So there's me and David hanging out. He's drinking water, in case you're wondering. So he's hilarious. If you don't know who he is, he's a Canadian freedom fighter that I think he at one time he had like 30 million followers, but he's like healthy. He's got awesome products. If you've not tried his sacred chocolate, holy baller, go get some off of his page. It's so good. And that's also where these cards are from is David Avocado Wolf's page. So I think they're 25 bucks on there if you want to order them. So yeah. Um, memes for president, too soon, right? I wonder if you've checked me out on Facebook. You're English. I'm not sure. Um, Seriously, I have a problem following a lot of people on Facebook because my algorithms, they've screwed with my algorithms for so long. So now that my followers are up to 18,000 or something, I'm seeing posts for people who aren't awake. And even if I have 2,500 friends in there or whatever, I still see people doing this at the grocery store in their pictures. You know what's really funny is I was seeing people taking pictures at Peace Bridge with the things on, and I'm like, why would you want a picture of yourself like that? That would be so humiliating to look back at and go, "Eeh." But anyways, yeah, I'm all about keeping the vibes high and uh, just staying in this happy little resonance of laughing at memes and getting through life like that. So that's where I'm at. That's my jam today. So we learn from our accessible, no longer a facade. Exactly. Authenticity does rule. 100%. 100% authenticity. Like if you can't be your real self, get that out of here. If you're trying to I think this is why I have a problem, and I'm not dissing any other content creators out there when I say this. Well, maybe I am, but I haven't watched a lot of people because of the veil for me being removed. And so if something they've said, even I'm treating it like a first date, okay? And that sounds weird, but when you go on a first date, you're trying to be on your best behavior and see, or give people the best that you have. And that's how I think truthers should be, is not necessarily on your best behavior, but giving the best information for the good best intentions. So if I've tuned into some person and their frequency doesn't sit with me, like it would be like a first date. I don't have to keep dating them. I'll just date somebody else. So oh yeah, 12:12. It's 12:12. Oh, you guys are on the coast. Yay. So yes, thank you. The popcorn picture. I'll show you a little bit closer because it looks better up closer, I think. There's the popcorn. And I fixed the bottom a little bit, so because it was a little bit wibbly, but I still made it wibbly, so it didn't matter. I'm like, okay, fish, chill out, dude. You can tell I hung it on the wall a little bit wet because there's a little bit of black paint on the wall. Oh well. You're in Tennessee. Nice. Just told me my spouse just told me it's time to give up. She doesn't understand that I can't. Who do I think uh that person is? Um, if I had to guess one person and one person alone, just one on this planet of all the people that I thought existed, Tesla. That would be my guess. But I think it's more than that. I think it's part of uh, the futuristic computer. So this is how I was kind of figuring out what was happening with posts and stuff. Is if the collective consciousness is constantly wondering one thing, then that one thing gets pushed to the front of where the answer should be given, I guess, like a Jeopardy clue. And in that matrix, or if in one like the mirror, I get that. But what I'm saying is that um, I think it's done from a collective field where we're not aware of that energy source yet and how it's all connected. So I think it's all of us, not just one of us, but one of us maybe started it or a group of them started it. So yeah. And it is someone from definitely way beyond our information, like very much from beyond this time. So yeah, I don't think I have an understanding of that yet. So that would be um oh, you are so deep. I thought I was being like like just basic. Sorry. I don't mean that in a negative way. I was just trying to simplify how I think about what things are happening there is. So take for example, if we think about things in when we all are fully awake to everything, say fast forward us to 2 years, because I'm pretty sure by then everybody's going to be awake to a lot of what went on for the last 6,000 years on our planet. So, and if you take the fact that we all have chosen this meat suit to come into in this path, in this time, in this space, then that would be done something billions of years ago. Or do you know what I'm saying? So, how it would be possible for me to think that it could have been billions of years from the future to fix this time, just like in Travelers. So, I don't know. I'm not holding any uh, attachments, I guess, until I actually have Paul, the little ET, shake my hand and do, and I get all the positive information about who I was for the last billion years. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I think it is. It does have to do with the military too, but I do think it's very futuristic, and I think it has to do with the space program integrated into from the future into this timeline to take care of the problems of the past. And so I don't know, I just keep going back to that one conversation from May 31st with Greg. And he's just like, well, I learned how to jump bodies in 1989. And I was like, or 1988. And I was like, wait a second. If you jump bodies in 1988, how do I know you're the person here that you're saying to be? That's what I'm thinking. And then you took over somebody's body in 89. So I'm not exactly sure about how the transference of subconscious goes, but when you master it or learn to master it, to me, that means you're in a 6D um, operational vibration and that you have a mastery to predict. So, going back to what I had mentioned yesterday about TRUMP being Patton in its former life, just knowing how that, if you believe in reincarnation, and Patton did, then that story would totally be legit. So, how do I know that Patton didn't even time travel and see what his meat suit and Trump did? I don't know. He can just hop and shift over timelines this whole time, right? So, yeah. And the end of Travelers was a bit more disturbing. You know why I think Travelers was interesting to me? Because I think that to me was the dark side trying to grasp how subconscious is actually utilized. And the same with the OA. Like when the OA, the five of them were standing in a pentagram thing, and they were all doing these weird whatever to get their subconscious or one person's subconscious to travel into another time, then I think those were things that were shown to us to show how they do these rituals to try and get into that timeline, to jump into that time vortex, if that makes sense. But if I go back to an ascended master situation from, say, the Himalayan temples, where these people are 200 years plus, and there's a guy sitting there and being videotaped like this on a cold mountain with just a blanket around him, a wet blanket, and he's being his subconscious, even though his meat suit is here, he's in 11 or 12 different conversations with other people around the earth where they're actually seeing him. Now, how does that work? So I think when we actually tap into our and get all of this junk DNA cleaned, we will have the ability that time is gone. So time is gone. So this time that I'm sitting here talking to you in front of this camera, it will be erased because I can just sit here and go and tap into all of you around there if you're tapping into me. No, I haven't watched Sense8 yet. So, oh, that's what I was going to say. I read a thing off of my, if nobody's read Majestic 12, you should. Because it's like, at first I think it was 600 and some odd pages. And it's a really interesting read because there's a little blurb in there that I came across this morning. If people aren't ready to go, move on. This is like a sandbox. And so some people graduate out of the sandbox. So you have to just think about the time where it's time to leave that sandbox and go to another one. This is our meat suit and this is what we're here for. Their meat suit is to just be there experiencing that life. So that's how that looks right now to me. Um, yeah, deleted Netflix when that came out. Oh, do you want to know my theory about when Cuties came out? I think the White Hats had control of it and they did that to show everybody because I think if you go back to 4 years ago when Trump was in office and he started signing executive orders and doing things in a state of emergency, the country was, the corporation was in a state of emergency since 1950 when Truman declared it. So it never left that. And then after 9/11, another one was declared and it never left that. So what to me would have happened is back in World War II, when they were in a state or any world wars, the president would take over big companies and make bullets and guns and planes and all of this stuff. Who's to say that all hasn't happened in the past 4 years um, through all of these corporations? Who knows if Ford is not building hovercrafts right now, and Chevy and all of these domestic companies that are in North America aren't building the futuristic things that we're all needing, like Free Point Energy and the coolers, or who knows whose company he has control of, because again it was a corporation and that corporation was just dismantled in on July, and this whole thing we're seeing is about the fake corporation having a fake, whatever. It's so the fake media can be shown to the public of how corrupt it is. So I think that's what we're getting through right now, is that they are. Well, this is what I'm saying, Sabrina. All of these things, like the the outfits, the blank executive orders, the fact that it was done in a movie set, all of that, even Garth Brooks clone double whatever that, I don't know Garth Brooks at all, but I know for sure that was not Garth Brooks. He no. So, but he sang Amazing Grace. I don't know. Isn't that like a funeral song? Why are you singing a funeral song? That cracked me right up. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that the Mockingjay pin was on Lady Gaga, the male Lady Gaga clone, all of that makes me think that these people have to do what they're doing. The disappearing pink lady, anybody catch that girl? She's in one picture right by the Chinese handler, and then all of a sudden she's gone. So I was confused on day one of inauguration because I thought, I see one video, two videos, three videos of I thought the same thing. And I'm like, it was so confusing to me. But anyways, um, yeah, that's bankruptcy, May 4th, 2020. Thank you. The corporation declared bankruptcy. Thank you. Uh, in my Bolivia, nobody was killed, hundreds were arrested. Yes. Um, so yeah, no worries. Everybody felt like they were all nutters for the last few years. Don't think you're alone. I felt um hello everyone. I felt more nuts, I think, probably in the last 3 years, just trying to get my love life together than I did and that's, I'm not even joking. I felt more crazy before 2020, trying to get my love life together and figure out what the fuck I was doing. Who is the Chinese guy? He's the handler. So if you see, he's wearing a double mask. He's got an earpiece in, and they're showing that guy within 3 feet of Biden the whole entire time. He's wearing a pentagram pin. It's like a star pin, red. To me, that's like, hey, look over here. We got a communist, trying to take over the corporation of the United States with Schmiden. So I think that's what the handler is showing everybody, the whole wide world, is who the hell is this Asian dude? Really, who is he? So yes, I do think is on Trump's side. I think, like, honestly, this is all a show that is in control of the White Hats. The fact that they kicked all of the people down into the basement was to show, like, again, I'll just go with my son's theory. He goes, "Mom, who cares if they're sleeping on the Capitol floor? They've slept on dead bodies before." I'm like, "It's the National Guard. I don't think they've slept on dead bodies. Maybe, I don't know." But I'm like, so they got put in the basement to show that this is the way of the world. Those fake executive orders and all of that crap is happening, is to wake up the rest of the world to the shit that's happening. Like, honestly, the Alberta oil workers are going to be like, what? You cancel the pipeline? Blah, blah, blah. So I've seen all these memes. If you have your gas turned on at home, thank a pipeline. True, 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 true. But that's not the way of the future. So I think this is what we're seeing is all of these things are there to, it's like poking sleeping people. Like, what's it going to do to wake you guys up to the sham? Seriously, it's a sham. So maybe it's easier for people to digest. I told my son last night, my youngest son, I'm like, thank goodness that you have social media right now, because your older brothers don't, and they don't know, they don't even see pictures of anything contradicting what they have in their line of view. They see nothing. So as soon as you start, we had a long talk actually about the show of the inauguration last night. I said, I know you don't are not really interested in it, but you'd be good at the one pointing out all of the things from other movies. Like, I go look at the pictures. Like, Lady Gaga's wearing a big Mockingjay thing, and they're all dressed like they're in the Hunger Games. That's no accident. Clinton being in like different meat suit height difference, no accident. The purple dresses, all of that stuff is there to let us people know too, the awake people, that they are in control, the good guys. They are in control. So that's my theory anyways. It's just my opinion. So there's a, yeah, it's like we're having we have the already seen the movie, but it's like the second time watching it. Exactly. We're all waiting for the everybody else to, we're the ones sitting in the theater, I shit you not, that went and saw Jaws for the first time. Hmm. And we know the scary part that's coming up, and we're all looking at our friends doing this in the movie theater. I swear to God, that's what we're all doing right now. It's just like, I get it. Do you? You're gonna get the shit scared out of you soon. And yeah, yeah, that's pretty much the color of the dresses, the Handmaid's movie. That's exactly right. Interesting story about the Handmaid's Tale. I was talking to Melinda about this the other day. We were talking about books for her teenager to read, and I'm like, definitely Animal Farm, 1984, good books. I said, when she gets a little bit older, I said, the only books I read in university or grade 12 or anything, Apocalypse Now and The Handmaid's Tale and Huckleberry Finn. And I'm like, all of those books have meaning now, plus Animal Farm and obviously 1984, that are just so underestimated. And I haven't watched the show Handmaid's Tale on TV or whatever, wherever it was, but I read the book a couple of times because I had to write many book reports on it. So definitely, definitely Fahrenheit 51. Oh, I did read that book when I was a kid too. So it's very interesting how many, uh, uh, yeah, I can't watch movies too much. I do watch movies. Okay, so interesting thing. I put on shit, and then I go and do other stuff like paint or sew or whatever, and I'm just listening to it. So I put on this because I always like finding clues. Like, I love finding clues and shit now. And so I'm listening to that thing on Netflix called Superstore. They had a whole it's like a Walmart. It's stupid. It's a stupid sitcom. It's not really that funny, except for there's one person in there that reminds me of someone, and it makes me laugh every time, but I won't say who. But anyhow, they had a whole episode about how that killer in there was a cannibal, and that they were like, it was just really messed up. And then they went around mocking the killer of that Cloud9 killer. It was really freaking weird. So, Yeah, it's too much to see on YouTube. Yeah. I don't watch too much on YouTube, to be honest. I do if I'm watching anything, it's ancient aliens or conspiracy or unsolved mysteries or yeah, but if I want to shut my mind off for the most part while I'm doing something, I'll put on something that I haven't watched before just to find clues. So, and then I'll stop it and I'll go, you know, holy fuck it, 50 minutes exactly. Time is not our side. I even said on Facebook. Yeah. Uh, yes, please advise above. We're just trying to find your message above here. Hold on. Video VIA game industry outed soon. Oh, I hope so. I hope they are. I hope they are because I've been telling my kid for years that he's basically, they all feed into that negative energy. I really do believe that when they're killing in a game, like they're actually killing in another realm. So it just makes, I hope it all goes away. I hope that's what the question was. So, when people 19 saw motion pictures, they are also shocked, they fainted. Oh, yeah, I know. People are going to have a big wake up, rude awakening. When do you think pharma is going to get hit? Oh, well, okay, so that's the thing. Uh, with OEA games are having trouble. Everyone's so calm and not excited. If it was real, yeah, I don't think it was real. I think it was filmed in Hollywood. There was 10 people at the inauguration, 10 beside the buses I saw. Mm, I think pharma's going to get hit right away because that was one of the things that um, Schmeiden did was he increased the prices on insulin and all of the things that people regularly need. So everyone is going to get really, as upset as exit and hugging everyone. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not a big fan of Garth Brooks. It was saw Freaky Friday with my daughter and was surprised that the mother's book's name was something from a Looking Glass, right? Yeah, Looking Glass. I have some information that was recorded a week before. I think all of this was pre-recorded a long time ago. Like, I really do. I think this is why it was so messed up between where they were going and walking and so many bad editing. That bad editing was needed for us to see that. We needed to see how shitty it was. I really do believe that. So it tells us all what's going on. But anyways, I'm gonna go do some painting, and I still have to record the sapling color chart this afternoon, and I'll be doing that live. And I posted to YouTube, UGE It's Raven Moonstone Art. There's some chart videos on there. Again, the Telegram is Raven Moonstone Charts. So just in case you're wondering. And I will be sporadically uploading photos, but it takes a while. It takes me about 20 minutes to do 50 some odd files. So I'm working on it. I'm working. So cut me some slack, Jack. And I'm just kidding. So for everybody who is saying, get the charts out there, they're out there. QE, that's you, mister. I'm just teasing you. So everybody have a great day. Go out for a walk and get your vibes up. Do some dancing. The Bard, remember, it's all about music, storytelling. Go find the threads from your personal past and make connections with what's going on now so you can help make sense of it to other people. So thank you guys. I'm really so grateful for everybody who sits in resonance with me on a daily basis. You Ravenettes, you're just amazing because you're ravens just like I am. We like to scratch to the truth and share our information equally with everybody. We don't like working well with others if they are hoggers of information. That's what a true raven is, honestly. So I love you guys. Thank you very much for everything that you do. And you're so giving and generous with me. I do appreciate it. So light and love to everyone today. Blessings. And hopefully we'll see you later. I'll try not to have a nap.